Okay, so today is the first brand new episode of a brand new series that I'm starting here on the channel. It is a Xenoverse 2 series, but it's very different than what I've been doing. I mean, it's similar, but it's different. So this is going to be called Xenoverse 2 OC Backstories. I mean, that's a placeholder name, but right now it's OC Backstories. And as the name entails, it is going to be featuring the original character backstories of people in the community. This means actual people in the community who have actually given their characters full backstories. I'm going to be presenting them here on the channel from various places. Now, this particular episode is going to be coming from GameFAQs, but this can come from anywhere. You guys can submit your character backstories, and at the end of it, after I read the character's backstory, we're going to give it a yay or nay. And if I give it a nay, I'm going to redraft this character. I'm going to come up with a perfected version. Now, if you create a Mary Sue, I'm going to, recreate that character because we do not want Mary Sues. 3 were already enough, and we know where those 3 came from in Dragon Ball Super. So, without further ado, we're going to be reading a character that comes from GameFAQs from the user Solayla. This is a weird username. I'll just put it on the screen. And this character, oh boy. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to screenshot this because you're not going to believe what they've called this character. This might be grounds for an automatic rewrite, but we'll just get into the story here. Okay, so get this. This character is a full-blood Saiyan girl, but her name is Rena Uchiha. Okay, that might be grounds for an automatic rewrite, but let's read the story. I'm gonna get into it. Here we go. Rena Uchiha, a full-blood Saiyan girl. She is independent, friendly, humorous, optimistic, sensitive, caring, and kind. She comes off as naive and rather clueless despite getting decent marks in school. She is no genius like her inspiration in the way of Bleach's Orihime, but she gets by. She was found as a child in a similar situation to Goku near the end of the DB time, but was a good-tempered child and still a baby due to the outside influence on another planet prior to her pod landing on Earth. She was raised and adopted by a family, and after seeing Goku at the World Tournament as a child, she was inspired to be like him. A person who is strong and kind, someone who her friends can rely on when things go south. She took to her training at her family's dojo like a fish to water due to her Saiyan blood, even if she doesn't quite master it. She was brought into the Time Patrol by her brother, who saw her potential and thought she could help out. During an early mission, she managed to convince her brother to let her try solo, with him watching her and backing her up if things go south. Needless to say, the shard version of Goku had kept his Saiyan mentality, nearly killed her, and he turned the fighting into a recreation of Spopovich versus Videl, forcing her brother to save her from what would have been her demise. On her off time, she found that she was rather good at making figurines, similar to ones in the Hero Coliseum, but without the chips necessary to make them work. She ended up with 2 commissions, one from Cronoa herself because she thought they looked pretty neat, and one from Gohan and Videl, who wanted one of Hercule for his birthday. She still does this as a hobby. Various missions and intense training sessions, along with picking up moves like Gallic Gun from the Time Shards. And later on, she took rookies out on missions. During one of these missions, they didn't end up too well, as she ended up pinned by a powered up Nappa while Vegeta murdered the rookie in cold blood. This caused her to snap and throw Nappa off of her in a pure fury, her power rising as she stared them down and proceeded to transform for the first time into a Super Saiyan. She then proceeded to take both of them on and win due to the power increase, but just barely. After this, she looked at her initial goal and is now wondering, well, now what? Aside, I still got a long way to go. What do I do with my life now? I'm not getting any younger, and she trains and completes missions as she searches for her path in life. Okay. time for the rating. Okay, so the official rating of this character is 100% Mary Sue. So you know what that means. We're going to rewrite this character. We're going to redraft this character into a non-Mary Sue incarnation, a perfected version. But I mean, anytime you say your character is like Goku, right? Those are the words that were written on this post. You've messed up. And she goes Super Saiyan, which isn't even possible for the future time patrollers. Now let me explain this because I know you're scratching your head. Yes, in Xenoverse the game, in the mechanic, they give you the ability to turn Super Saiyan. That's just for mechanics sake. Like, they know Super Saiyan is marketable, so they let your character in the game, not the actual story, not the actual canon, but in the game, they let you go Super Saiyan. I mean, for Christ's sake, they just let you go Super Saiyan Blue. They're just giving you forms for marketing. But in the actual story, none of the characters can become Super Saiyan. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, because this is loosely based on Dragon Ball Online, and I know they just discontinued that and all that, so it would be sort of non-canon, but it's based on online. And in Xenoverse and online, there are no Saiyans, except for the ones like Goku and Vegeta who show up and do their thing. But as far as your time patrollers, there are no Saiyan time patrollers. Everyone is a human. All the normal characters that aren't Namekian or Boo, they're human. They're basically humans. And yes, some humans have a light little douse drop of Saiyan DNA, but it's not enough for them to become Super Saiyan. They're worse off than Pan, who's like, what, is she a quarter Saiyan? And by this time, when Xenoverse actually does take place, any character who has Saiyan blood probably has 1/300th of Saiyan blood. I don't know. I don't know that part particular, but it's too far gone for them to become Super Saiyan. So that's why we're already in Mary Sue territory with this character. So now it's time for me to give you guys the non-Mary Sue, the perfected version. This is the story of Rena, and we're going with Rena. We're dropping the Uchiha part that's gone. So Rena, the female Earthling. Rena was born to a world-renowned ninja clan on Earth, and from an early age she had shown talent as a medical nin. She learned deceptive and invasive techniques that would keep her alive on the field of battle so she could heal her teammates. And she excelled at this, and she had healing that was on par with even Dende. But when she turned 21, the Ninja Academy told her that she would never be a full-fledged ninja because her taijutsu was nowhere where it needed to be. So Rena traveled the world until she heard of a famous female warrior who had fought at the world tournament and was hailed as the strongest woman on Earth. She was eager to meet her prospective new teacher, and she learned that this woman, who would be known as Chi-Chi, lived on a Mount Paozu. Rena found Chi-Chi hanging clothes on her clothesline. Rena attempted to sneak attack her, but Chi-Chi defeated her in one blow. Before Chi-Chi attempted to finish her, Rena explained why she had sought her out for her training, and she heard of the prowess of the great Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi smiled and accepted, under the conditions that Rena studied to get educated in the mind as well, and that Rena would do whatever chores and helped around the house. Rena accepted and spent months studying, cooking, cleaning, and training with Chi-Chi in martial arts. Rena even performed a milk delivery route, something that Goku suggested to Chi-Chi one day. And that day came that Rena would take on Chi-Chi again in the final test of her skill, and she had passed with flying colors. Rena even earned a degree and became able to craft ninja tech weapons and engineering that was beyond anyone else in that region. Rena was smart, strong enough to go toe-to-toe with Chi-Chi, and could heal the fallen. This earned her a position at the Time Patrol as an emergency healer retrieval unit who would heal down Time Patrollers and bring them back to Kanton if necessary for further treatment. Rena forms a powerful duo with another Time Patroller that I'm not really ready to reveal yet, because this comes from the same Game Facts thread, so that's not coming yet. But this is the story of Rena up so far. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the story of Rena, not Rena Uchiha, not the Mary Sue version, but just Rena. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that Solayla, man, that's a difficult username to say. Solayla enjoyed it. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Of course, I've been your perfect being in the #1 anime, gaming, and Dragon Ball channel on YouTube. Of course, if you want more of this segment, or if you want to be a part of this segment on the channel, go ahead and submit your original character backstory and I'll read it, and if it's good then I'll just present it to the community. But if it's a Mary Sue, I'll go ahead and make adjustments and make it a little bit better, do some world building, some character development for your character, and put them on a path that they need to be on. This has been your perfect being, and I will see you in the next video.